Morning, Vikings fans. How's everybody doing today? Long time no see. Obviously, you guys have not seen a video from me in a while, and that's because I had to go home. I just finished up the semester of college. Now I'm back here for the summer, and we are in full summer mode. This is just pretty much full grind mode. There's going to be a video every single day this summer, leading up to, obviously, week one. And we found out yesterday, week one in Cincinnati. Guess what? I actually live in Cincinnati. And I'm from Chicago, Vikings fans, but this summer and next year I'm in Cincinnati, so I will be at that game, week one, Vikings Bengals, and I cannot wait. I'm gonna probably vlog it for you guys. That'll be a very fun video. I'm excited for it. But anyways, sorry about no video for the past week. It was I just had to go home, figure out some stuff, and then I came back here, and now we're ready to go. Now it's full-on summer grind time, and the schedule just got released yesterday, so that's perfect. That's where we're gonna kick it off. Anyways, I'm going to be reacting to the schedule, kind of giving you guys some of my takeaways from the Vikings schedule. Anyways, guys, that's what we're going to be doing in today's video. Let's get right into it. So the first three games, I think the first three games are incredibly important. I think your September schedule, and those are the first three games we play in September, I think they do a really good job of kind of showing you where your season's going to go. Because if you look at last year, we had Green Bay at home, then we were on the road at the Colts, and then we were at home against the Tennessee Titans. We started off 0-3. You dig yourself a massive hole, especially when the Packers, vice versa, they started off 3-0. There's no real coming back from that in the division unless it takes like a miracle, but hopefully we don't dig ourselves that hole again. First three games, though, like I said, at Cincinnati, then they're at Arizona, then they're at home versus Seattle. Finally, we're at home versus Seattle. I know. I don't know how we've played in Seattle for the past 4 years, but hey, we're at home against Seattle. Thank God. That's our home opener. That's going to be a hell of a game. Excited for that. Breaking down the first three games because I think that's what's most important. It's how you start. It's always how you start in the NFL. You know, people like to say, oh, it's a cliche how you finish. You know, always you got to finish strong, all that. Yeah, that is true. But also in the NFL, you cannot start off 1-2. You cannot start off 1-3. You need to get 2-1. Listen, on the road versus Cincinnati, I hate it. I hate it. I had this thought when the schedule came out. That's already a must-win in my opinion. You cannot go to Cincinnati, lose to Zach Taylor and Joe Burrow. I mean, I get it's on the road, but then you got to go and face the juggernaut that's kind of being built in Arizona. I mean, that just kind of sets the stage. I think they should be able to handle business week one against Cincinnati, especially since, hey, Bengals, we kind of got to make them pay for not drafting a tackle. Danielle Hunter, all the boys, DJ Wonnum, the D-line, could be a great way for the Vikings to get going and spark a run right away, right out of the gates. Because, this Vikings team, they're going to be hungry. They didn't make the playoffs last year. They really disappointed last year. So whichever team I knew we were facing week one, I knew they were going to get a bunch of tough football from us. I knew they were going to get probably a juggernaut coming at them week one. That's what the Bengals are going to get. Whatever that line's going to be, it'll probably be the Vikings favored by 3.5 or whatever it may be. I would hammer the Vikings in that game. I would bet on the Vikings. But anyways, they move on to Arizona. I think that's a great game too, because it's in Arizona. Let's say hypothetically we're 1-0. If we could for some reason have a game that we could go 2-0 with, starting off with 2 road games, that would be great. And listen, I'm not the biggest believer in Arizona. The only thing, I think Kyler will present a lot of challenges for Zimmer. I wish we got Kyler later on in the year, maybe because, we've seen in the years past, he kind of deteriorates after the past, or at the end of the season. He gets hurt, he runs a lot, but we're going to get a fresh Kyler, so that's going to be very intimidating with all the new additions they had. Pat Pete returning to Arizona, though, that's going to be fun, a little revenge game for him. But anyways, then our home opener, that's kind of like the main thing is, we get Seattle at home. I think Seattle, I think they're extremely overrated going in this year. I'm going to release my power rankings coming up shortly, but I don't think Seattle's that good. I think they're a lot of show. I think their line play on both sides of football is not too hot. I think they got a lot of stars, but I think that's about it. I think they have stars. I don't think they've really drafted well. Listen, they have historically drafted really well, but the past 2 years they haven't. They've taken gambles, and they've kind of gotten rid of what Seattle is made of. We always view the Legion of Boom, Pete Carroll. I think this is when you see Seattle kind of crumble a little bit. I don't think Seattle makes the playoffs this year. I think the NFC West is too tough. I think they might possibly be the worst team in the NFC West next year. I love that home opener. That's a great game. First three games, the Vikings, they have a really good chance to start 3-0. And that's that's my take. That's my first and biggest takeaway from the first 3 games. You got a chance to start 3-0 and having to go on the road twice. We got to talk about primetime games. So our bye week is week 7, and our first primetime game is at home versus Dallas. I think that's a Sunday night game. I'm pretty sure that's a Sunday night game at home versus Dallas. That's going to be a ton of fun. That's coming off a bye too. Keep that in mind, which I really like. And if you look at our next 3 games following the bye, we get a primetime game versus Dallas. Then we're in Baltimore, and then we're at the Chargers. We're going Baltimore all the way on the East Coast. Then we're going all the way West Coast. I mean, listen, thank God we got those 2 games after a bye. Little BS in the NFL put us going to Baltimore, going to LA, right after, considering we're in Minnesota. I mean, at least we're in the middle of them. But anyways, that's going to be a really fun 3-game stretch. But other primetime games we have, let me pull this up real quick. We also got the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's going to be a fun game. Week 14 at home. That's going to be a fun primetime game. I believe that's the Thursday night. So we get a Thursday night at home versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's going to be fun. And then the following week, we're Monday night. So, again, that's a scheduling break. We get a Thursday night game, and then we get a massive break till a Monday night game. That's great. And then we also, our last primetime game of the year, we get one versus Chicago. We get 3 primetime games, week 14, 15, and 17. So that's going to be fun. End of the season, listen, you Vikings better have a good record. Also, those games are going to be embarrassing. But then we're in Green Bay. Huge Sunday night game. Will Aaron Rodgers be there? I have no idea. But listen, my takeaways from the schedule is you got to start off strong. That's my biggest takeaway from the NFL schedule. I mean, that's just how it is in the NFL. You got to start off strong. It's about building momentum. It's about instilling confidence in these young guys we have. Anyways, let me guys know what you guys think on my schedule, or the schedule, not my schedule. I like the primetime games. I kind of like the schedule. We got a lot of big-time games, though. A lot of tough teams. It's a tough schedule. The NFL is a tough league this year. Let me know what you guys think down below. Anyways, if you're new here, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Vikings videos coming out every single day for the rest of the summer. Every single day. Hop on the bandwagon now. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time. Skol Vikes.